Social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter face heightened scrutiny as they are seen as having a political agenda rather than protecting free speech. RT correspondent Dan Cohen has more.
More and more social media users are abandoning mainstream platforms like Twitter and Facebook. An October Pew poll reveals that in the last 12 months, 74% of Facebook users between ages 18 to 29 have either adjusted their privacy settings, taken a break of at least several weeks, or deleted the app altogether. Facebook's image took a hit after it was revealed that Cambridge Analytica had scraped data from tens of millions of users without their consent. Millions have left Twitter, too, complaining about a toxic environment and the presence of trolls and extremist figures. Some social media users have been flocking to alternative sites. Among them are Mastodon. It's moderated with stricter rules than Twitter. Holocaust denial and Nazi imagery aren't allowed. There's also Gab, a home for white supremacists exiled from mainstream platforms. Robert Bowers posted on Gab before going on a killing spree in a Pittsburgh synagogue. It's been under heavy scrutiny since then and was kicked off of its server after Saturday's massacre. And while conservatives, including President Trump, have said censorship only affects them, many outside the mainstream on the left have been censored too. In October, hundreds of accounts on Facebook were arbitrarily deleted. So while mainstream social media outlets have abandoned any pretense of free speech, alternatives seem to be on the rise, for better or worse. In Washington, Dan Cohen, RT.
For more on the impact Facebook and Google have on our world and the alternatives trying to compete, we're joined by legal and media analyst Lionel. Thanks for joining us, Lionel.
Thank you.
What do alternative social media sites and search engines have such a hard time competing against giants like Facebook and Google these days?
Well, they may have a hard time competing now. That's going to change very quickly. Because one of the things that people forget about the actual audience of these platforms, younger folks, the collective millennials, is that if something is old hat, if something is passé, and believe it or not, I know you're going to find this hard to believe, but some people think that Facebook might be a little kind of for grandma and grandpa to talk about their trips. They're looking for something new. Things are changing all the time. And what's also happening is that with more and more evidence and news about privacy considerations, privacy fears, surveillance information, also data that's being given out, data breaches, people are saying enough is enough. You know, keep in mind one thing. The internet, as it were, never was intended to be like this. It was the genie that's out of the bottle, and they've been trying to claw this thing back in since day one because of the power. And I think little by little, you're going to see a lot of these. Remember MySpace? People mention MySpace. You know how they laugh at you? Well, at one time, that was pretty much, that was it.
That was all we had.
One day, well, exactly. But also, people may say, you know what? I'm tired of Facebook. I'm tired of the whole Zuckerberg thing. I'm just tired of that. Once something loses its fad quality, it's over.
Okay, so then we come to how do we even start to define what alternative is when it comes to websites these days? Everybody has a different definition.
Exactly. That's my favorite. They say, what about alternative media? You know what I think alternative media is? CNN. Because what's happening right now is that is, dare I say, paleo media, old media. That was heritage, institutional. What's happening right now is, especially, and God bless younger generations and the millennials, they are onto things at the speed of light. And what we're doing right now, what we're doing is so, in some circles, the only way to go. This is the biggest platform there is. But to say what's alternative, it doesn't make any sense anymore. Even that term is alternative. It doesn't make any sense. It's archaic, has no meaning.
Well, I will say this. I wish MySpace was still here because I bet you had one fabulous MySpace page, Lionel. Thanks for joining us.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.